So good morning. Today is simply just going to be focused on understanding how it's physically structured, not how the play is physically structured. So in terms of just not even just stage directions, but how the literal text is going to look. So I created a new section in your classroom, which should be reading materials, and there should be two different versions so far. So I will continuously update this section when I find better copies or versions or when they become more available. So right now I have two different ones. I have one clicked in right here already. It's the PDF. So we're using the No Fear Shakespeare version, which means that we have the original Shakespearean text on one side, and then we have the modern day English on the other side. So side by side right here. So this one, it's obviously a lot bigger of a text. You can actually see it a lot better. This has been photocopied by an outside source. So zooming should never really be an issue. We have the actual page numbers that each act and each scene begin and start in. It may seem like there's a lot of pages in between, but remember, it's side by side. It's literally side by side. So hopefully these pages load a little bit. Oh, perfect. So in the first few pages, we'll have an actual rundown, like an actual summary, a really good summary of all of our characters that we will see in the play, the ones that have, I guess, prominent parts. So here's what I wanted to point out real quick, is that anything that's in Shakespearean English, obviously you can tell by the actual way that words are used and pretty much the words that are used. So two households, both alike in dignity, in Fair Verona, where we lay our scene, from ancient grudge break to new mutiny. Anything in Shakespearean text you'll see will be in this dark outline. It'll have this dark outline around it. And it will always say original text at the bottom as well. And then anything in our modern day English is going to be in obviously modern day English, and it's going to be no outline. No outline, and it'll say modern day text. It will also be on the odd number pages as well. So that's something I want to show. So if you decide to use this version of it before anything new comes out, the Shakespearean English will always have this dark outline around it. It'll always say original text, and it'll always have the even number pages right here. Whereas the modern day English, our English, will have no outline. It'll say modern text, and it'll say 5. So pretty much, if you want to just focus strictly on the modern day English, when you read through, you're just gonna skip every other page. Same thing with the Shakespearean English. So if you want to focus on the Shakespearean English, you're gonna switch every other page as well. So it's short and simple. If you want to go with this version of it, which is a lot easier to view, and then I also found a flip version of it. Hopefully the link works for you. If it doesn't work, then obviously at least we still have that beta version that I pointed out. So I originally tried to download this PDF user or this PDF version of it, and it ended up not being it ended up being the same as the beta version. So hopefully if this ever loads, it's going to actually be a flip version of it. So it'll allow you to, there we go. So perfect. You can X out this thing and you could actually view it in full screen. Hopefully it loads a lot quicker. There it is. And literally if you scroll down, it'll actually scroll through pages for you. So you could use one or the other. This one aesthetically is a lot easier to kind of understand just because it'll actually show you the side-by-side comparison. So that's all I really want to go over today. Today is just a quick, easy day, especially since I don't want to overwhelm you with all of this stuff, especially before the weekend and before we actually start reading the play. So hopefully this short little thing helped, and I look forward to beginning this play with you sometime next week.